We have earned another sticker. Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Jeff and Justin on the Road. Jeff is doing a little housekeeping in the back, we'll get to him later, but we are parked right here in the city of Chehalis, Washington. We've actually now been boondocking it here in Washington State for about a week. We are parked on this beautiful property thanks to an app called Boondockers Welcome, which allows us to find places to park our van for the night. There's this network of awesome people who let campers like us park on their property. There is a membership fee, but the stay itself we don't have to pay for because, well, we're boondocking it. We started our tour in Washington across the bridge from Astoria at this rest stop in Megler called the Dismal Niche. Oh, hi, Ryan. A really small rest stop we found on another app called iOverlander, which is sort of a crowdsourced app to find other spots to park and stay the night and boondock. Turns out this rest stop is actually where the famous explorers Lewis and Clark waited out a really long storm on their travels across the United States. From there, we stayed at a small creamery in the town of Skamakoa. I was pronouncing it wrong up until we got there. Not Skamakoa, it's Skamakoa. These Washington names. The owners and farmhands at this place were really sweet. They specialize in things made from goat's milk, basically. Another hidden gem that we found thanks to the app Harvest Hosts. And then from there, we headed north and continued up the 101 to South Bend, Washington, where we stayed the night at a Harvest Hosts brewery called Willapa Brewing Company. Ooh. We're parked right here. You just can't see it. We're parked literally right there. Right there. The next morning, we continued our journey east across the state into the town of Chehalis, Washington. And that's how we ended up here. While we're parked for a while, we thought we'd actually show you guys some of the gadgets and the tools that I feel like have sort of helped us along the way on this week of boondocking and dry camping around Washington State. We'll also share with you guys some other fun tips and tricks that we have picked up along the way. So stay right there, and we're gonna do a little show and tell.
Hey guys, so the first product we want to talk about are our water storage containers. These two thin sort of bookshelf type water jugs each store 2 gallons of fresh water. And so we're able to fill up at spigots where you can fill out at the little water stations up from our grocery stores. The really cool thing about these is they're so thin so we can fit these underneath the bed with all the other stuff we're storing under there, and they don't take up a lot of space. We pour these water jugs into our Berkey water filtration system, which then super filters the water and makes it crazy safe for drinking. These are really helpful because this keeps us from having to dip into our fresh water tanks, which we really want to reserve for bathroom, for shower when we're able to do one, and also for kitchen. So this allows us to really have a dedicated water source just for drinking water.
Welcome back to our kitchen. The next product that I wanted to highlight is this little nifty machine right here. If there's anything that you should know about Jeff and I, is that we are major morning coffee drinkers. As you saw in one of our videos, It was kind of a long process to make coffee. Eventually, we sort of felt like it was taking a long time. Now, back at our town home in Southern California, we got pretty spoiled because we had one of those really awesome Breville espresso machines, and we were just, you know, it was a quick grind of coffee, a push of a button, and boom, an Americano was right in front of our faces. We wanted to find something that was sort of similar to that. And who knew that Nespresso had this super duper, low profile, quick and easy espresso machine. All you gotta do is, you know, pop one of these things in, press a button, and boom, you've got coffee. I mean, it saves us so much more time in the morning. It saves us so much more cleanup in the morning. Basically, we went from cleaning up a French press, a kettle, a grinder. We went from wasting so much water washing all of that stuff to now just washing our coffee. If you're a big coffee drinker like us, if you're a big espresso drinker like us, then we definitely recommend this Breville Nespresso espresso maker. Definitely gotten us through these really long days and weeks. I bet you thought I was throwing to Jeff, but no, I'm back. And I wanted to show you the next product that has actually served us really well, especially in this past week, boondocking. It's actually not what you might think. It is a black shower curtain. Now, let me tell you how we're using the shower curtain. We were actually boondocking around Astoria. There are actually streets in the middle of downtown that allow 24-hour parking. But it's always wise to appear like you're really not camping out for the night. So I bought this shower curtain and hung up some hooks along the front of the cab, just under the storage compartment. And basically it's allowed us to block off the front without putting up the front windshield shade and the two window shades on the driver and the passenger side. So I'm gonna go ahead and demonstrate how this thing comes up. And voila, privacy. I know, it seems weird and it doesn't look that awesome, but from the outside looking in, the cab is just the cab and everything behind it is absolutely blocked off and private. And it's definitely a quick and easy solution for when we just need to kind of leave the van alone for a while without sort of showing everything we've got through the cab. And so if you've got a cab to cover up and you don't already have a privacy screen or some kind of curtain, just a bunch of 3M hooks and a shower curtain will do the trick. We're gonna kick back and relax for the night, and hope you continue to follow us along our journey through Washington State.
Thanks to the state of Washington, oh my gosh, do I not know how to put a glove on? Holy macanoli. Thanks to the state of Washington, this rest stop has a free dump station. There's actually 4 lanes over my shoulder yonder. 4 lanes to dump, rinse your tanks, and then if you pull forward, there are freshwater stations to fill with clean, potable water. So all free, super clean. First time I've seen any government rest stop with this kind of an RV dump station setup. So this is really cool. We were really excited to find this place on our way to Olympia. So thumbs up, state of Washington. We appreciate this. So welcome to day 6 of no showering in this van life. Justin and I decided 6 days is a little too long, and since leaving Depot Bay when we were parked out with full hookups and the ability to not have to limit how much water we use or limit how much we're filling our tanks, we haven't been able to take regular showers. So we've been doing cat showers or towel showers, whatever you want to call them. And although they're effective, they're not as effective as a real shower. Not only that, our weight has been slowly on the upswing. That's because we've been doing a lot of good eating, a lot of good drinking, and we haven't been exercising as much, not been running as much. So all of these things were sort of the ingredients to us deciding we needed to sign up for a gym membership. And we stopped off at a Anytime Fitness gym, which are franchised. And shout out to Jared, the franchise owner of one of the locations, which ended up being one of the best contracts I've ever signed, because we were able to get in a 4.5 mile run today which felt really nice. But what felt even better was a limitless hot shower. And I could just feel the washing away, and it was a beautiful thing. So here we are, ready to conquer the world, clean, smelling fresh, and hopefully burning some calories so that we can fit some more beer, wine, and cheese and all the good stuff in on the miles ahead.
So after signing up for a gym to work out and shower, we are now parked outside of a laundromat here in Olympia to do some laundry. Now I did see that they have Wi-Fi, a guest Wi-Fi. So, you know, while Jeff was in there loading the laundry in, I asked if he could ask for the Wi-Fi password, and apparently the lady was like,
No Wi-Fi.
So I was kind of bummed about that because I need to get some work done. Turns out, after a little Google search, there's this app called Wi-Fi Map. And so I opened up the app, I hit nearby free Wi-Fi, and sure enough, Spin City Laundry guest Wi-Fi, which I had Jeff ask the password for, has a password on here. So before you can catch me using your Wi-Fi and scrub it from this app, I'm already using it to work. So thank you, app, and it is a nifty travel tool that I highly recommend to anyone traveling around like we are. So Wi-Fi Map in the App Store, look it up. Now I'm getting the work done, so leave me alone.
Turns out we have a pretty big heat wave in store for us here in the Pacific Northwest, from Oregon all the way up into Washington. And the timing couldn't be better. It almost seems like we planned this out, because we are on our way to Portland today to pick up our new window shades for the front 2 windows, for the rear 2 windows, and for the top window hatch where our fan is here in the van, to help regulate the temperature better. These are better than the stock ones that came with the van, and they've been on order for now probably 6 to 8 weeks. Really excited to pick them up, and hopefully it'll help us survive this impending heat wave.
What do you think of Washington?
Washington's great. We've seen a lot of different angles of Washington.
Yeah,
it's a pretty cool state. A lot of contrast.
Agreed. We hope this video gave you guys a little bit of insight into what we're up against, and hopefully we offered some pretty good tips and tricks if you guys are doing the same thing. So if you have any other pointers and tips and tricks, leave them down in the comments below. We'd love to read them. If you have any questions for us, we'd be happy to answer them for you. But I think we're going to go ahead and continue our travels east, yonder.
Yonder.
We're going to spend some time in Spokane, travel through northern Idaho, and then spend a good amount of time in Montana, which we're really excited about. So we're just going to keep traveling east. What do you think about that?
I think so.
All right, well, we'll see you guys on the other side, and until then, safe travels.
We have a need for magnets. We don't have a need for these previously used rear shades that have big old magnets in them. I'm gonna take all these other magnets out. I'm gonna keep them, and then we're gonna get rid of these shades. I'm sure someone is watching this cringing that I'm doing this right now.